I like it. I like when it hits like that, just right. It's perfect. All right. You might be wondering why I'm back again. Well, it's the 31st anniversary of the 1993 film Jurassic Park, of course, which means I'll probably burn 2 hours here for no reason. Sorry, I always wince like that. I'll burn 2 hours here probably. And yes, probably how long I'll be in here. Pop in, pop out, have some fun while I watch the 1993 film Jurassic Park for no real reason other than it is the 31st anniversary of its release. That's right. June 11th, 1993, Jurassic Park was released. What a time to be alive. All right, I'm going to get it going here so we don't burn too much time. Movie starting in 3, 2, 1. Oh, there it goes. All right. So we got the Universal logo, so it comes around here. It's always a ton of fun. I love the Universal logo. See if I can go full screen for me over here. You guys don't get to see all that cool stuff. I'm sorry. Breaking news, though. This is going to be fun because it's been 31 years, but I've watched this movie quite a bit. Right up front, boom. Did you shave? No, I just put a hat on. I didn't shave. I ate some pizza. I put a hat on. My hair looked terrible. So lighting gets weirder throughout the day. So maybe the lighting hits me different at night. I don't know. But no shaving. Since like 30 minutes ago. No, I did not shave. I'm going to put this all up so people can know. Steve, did you shave? Since like 30 minutes ago. No, the answer is no. And can't believe I watched BTTF. So why not JP? That's right. Jurassic Park. All right. So we open, we see the Jurassic Park like workers. So seemingly it's been open, and you get this guy Muldoon on here. And Muldoon apparently uses some crazy French gun. Sorry, I forget it gives me trivia on here that I got to click on. I don't get the trivia all the time. Subtitles. Yeah, keep my trivia on all the time. Trivia. There we go. All right, cool. No, don't jump to scene. Sorry, I'm figuring out Amazon's desktop display where I can see general trivia all the time, which is cool. Anyway, what David say? You should do the Goldblum pose. I can tweak his nips if I really work on it. I can tweak them just right. Ooh, he likes it. He likes when I tweak him. I can also. I don't think I can quite crush his head. His head's a little too big based on where I am. I mean, it would take me. I'd have to do a two-hander to crush his head. Crush, crush, crush. I'll try the Goldblum pose. I said I'd have to go the opposite way. All right. So yeah, we get Muldoon in like a team of like 50 people trying to, I guess, take a velociraptor out of a pen here. Uh-huh. And see, it's like Hannibal Lecter getting let out here. There's a bajillion people. Joffrey, Rays. Is Muldoon Australian or English or something like that? I don't know who Muldoon is. I got to look up the actor. Robert Muldoon. I mean, I might as well have the Jurassic Park cast up. What am I doing here? What am I doing, Steve? Come on. Get it together. Third broadcast of the day. Get your ass together. Muldoon was played by Bob Peck, who looks dead. Yeah, he died in 1999. What a bummer. All right, so what we have here is they're trying to like open a velociraptor pen, I think just to transport a raptor, and they're all shooting it with electricity and stuff like that. Yeah, grabs one of the worker dudes. Just a rando. And then you get the shoot from Muldoon over and up. Oh, yeah. It's tough. Now I got to go shut off FBI and load up JP. I'm sorry. It's tough. It's fun. Yeah, we're 3 minutes and 31 seconds into the film right now. I'll happily sync you up at any point. Let me know. I'll give you my time clock. Right now, we've got the lawyer now getting pulled in on some rope from a tribe here. Another trivia: Universal Pictures paid Michael Crichton $2 million for the rights to this novel before it was even published, apparently. So I think I had heard that story before, where he had just kind of like had the pitch to this idea or something like that, and they're like, "Man, if you've got a movie about a dinosaur park, or sorry, if you've got a novel about that, at least let us own the rights to it once you finish the novel." So I don't know that they knew it was going to be a major blockbuster by any means, but they at least secured the rights. Universal Pictures did. All right, when a gatekeeper falls off the top of the cage, a crew member's hand stops the stuntman from hitting the camera. Apparently, that's a goof that was in that previous scene. All right. Yeah. Okay. So there. Okay. Cool. There's some continuity goofs in there. Interesting. Cool. It was a novel? Yes, David Martin, it was a novel. Michael Crichton, was an author. He wrote the first Jurassic Park. I know he definitely wrote A Lost World, the second one, but I don't know if they used the second Lost World as a direct inspiration for the movies, especially not 3. I don't know if he did anything after Jurassic Park: The Lost World. I'll go look. But Michael Crichton, well known, you'll see his name at the beginning of every episode of ER for some reason. So, and seeing who is this guy who's playing this guy cast right here? Oh, Adrian Escobar, the worker at the Miguel Sandoval. That guy's incredible. What was I gonna say? Crichton is an author. He wrote Congo. That movie was supposed to be a big deal, but there was a period of time there where any Crichton novel was a big deal. He was kind of like pre Grisham, and then Grisham went big on the law thing. But Crichton was good. He had a good little time there. Crichton novels. Let's look up what all he's done. He definitely did in Jurassic Park. Did the Andromeda Strain. Let's see here. Do I have a banner up for this? No, I don't. Let me write a banner. Jurassic Park 31st anniversary special. Spectacular? Is it a spectacular? I'm not really doing anything that spectacular. I'm going to put an exclamation point anyway. Make it feel spectacular. Woo! All right, back to my comments. All right, so now we're blowing up. We've cut to Dr. Alan Grant. He's a paleontologist, I believe. I don't know the difference between a paleontologist and an archaeologist because Indiana Jones is an archaeologist, and he's, I think, kind of the character type that they're going after because this is a Spielberg thing as well. So he's like, let's do that Indiana Jones vibe. Okay, so apparently Laura Linney and Kristen Davis from Sex and the City apparently auditioned for the role of Ellie Statler. Old Ellie Statler played by Laura Dern, who is a stone cold hottie at all times. Even still, what's Laura Dern's age? Sorry, I'm looking it up over on IMDb. I got a couple different things going on here. Let's see. Why don't you tell me her age right up to okay, 1967. Don't make me do math. 2024 minus 1967. That's what I get for going to IMDb. So she's late 50s. Smoke show, in my opinion. She's still got it going on. Paleontologist who studies the history of life on Earth through the fossil record. That's the thing. I knew it was weird because I know it's not dinosaurs. It's not like they only study dinosaurs. So thank you for that. And yeah, she's 57. Hell yeah. All right. Okay, so here we got the kid telling Dr. Alan Grant that the velociraptor is more like a turkey or something like that. We're about 7 minutes in here. And I guess for some reason, Sam Neill / Dr. Alan Grant here feels the need to tell this kid about how this velociraptor is probably going to gut him if he ever came across him. And so that's a bold move. I like scaring kids straight. That was always one of my favorite times on like Jerry Springer or like the Steve Wilkos show or Maury when they would bring in the drill sergeant that would just like yell at the kids for no reason. And you knew it was horribly fake. I mean, or you would assume so. It's a fake drill sergeant. The U.S. Army certainly doesn't send out drill sergeants that are willing to be on Jerry Springer, but maybe they do. I don't know. Let's see. Andy Tarek, with technology changes since this movie was released in 93, I can't believe we haven't found all the dinosaur skeletons yet. I agree. Where are all the dinosaurs hiding? We've got all kinds of radar and ground penetrating everything. We should know where every hole in every cavern is. Which brings me to the fact, why did we not know where that submarine was or that submersible for so long? I thought we knew where everything was all the time. Actually, I think back. I think like 3 weeks after that story, several governments did come out and were like, yeah, we knew where that damn submersible was the whole time. We just can't tell you idiots because then you'd know that we know where everything is on Earth. So I think they do know where all the dinosaur skeleton bones are, Andy, and they're not telling us. They're hiding them because they contain something. They contain juicy, I don't know, like uh, unlimited gushers or something like that. Or like some resource that's finite, that we can't get more of. I mean, sure, fossil fuels is the sexy answer that makes big oil happy and stuff like that. But um, I agree, David Martin. We can't explore the depths of the ocean. That's where the aliens are. Depths of the ocean terrify me to no end. I don't want to know what's at the bottom of the ocean. I don't want to know what's at the top of the ocean either, honestly. The ocean's terrifying at all points. All right, so now we got rich guy coming in. I forget what the rich guy's name is. Holy crap. How did I forget this? Doctor. No, he's not John something. God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to blaspheme. Where's my Jurassic Park cast? I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. John Hammond. He's not a doctor. Sorry. They're disappointing like the frogs. Everything's disappointing. Okay, so yeah, John Holmes. Exactly, it is John Holmes. So John Holmes shows up, and I am actually watching Jurassic Park right now. It is taking a very weird turn. Now we've got Dr. Ellie Statler saddling up old Sam Neill, and it is getting freaky with Dr. John Hammond, old guy with the beard, is coming in here. Oh, he's about to work his way in. I think we've got a hotel room chair situation about to take place. Oh no. Oh, Jurassic Park is taking a terrible turn. Oh, speaking of unlimited gushers, oh my goodness. This is going terribly. Okay, back to real life. The mom jeans on Laura Dern. Ugh. Since they're back around like the 93 mom jeans, they're just in now. So you can appreciate what that kind of rotund, high-waisted bomb really looks like back in 93. There was a lot of times uh I'm watching from Twin Peaks, so I can't hear shit. I've got a screenshot of Steve's head on Twin Peaks. You want me to tweak some nips? You can't do this at Twin Peaks; they'll kick you out. But if you can see this, this is like your Twin Peaks here. Let's see if I can squeeze them together. Squeeze them together, Goldblum. Squeeze them. I think that's illegal. I think I technically just sexually assaulted Jeff Goldblum back there. So I'd like to apologize to the representatives and everyone involved with Mr. Goldblum's career. I think he's done a lot of great work. This is a good point. I want Acid Wash Jeans to come back. No, I think Jeff Goldblum's done a lot of good work. I think he was in The Fly. I think he's done a lot of good things for people with glasses. I think he's done a lot of good things for tall people who also play piano. I think he's into jazz too. I know he's got an interesting energy. I don't know if he's into drugs, but I'd imagine he does some weird stuff. All right, Laura Dern, rocking some hardcore bangs. I'm getting a little horned up over Laura Dern. I'm sorry. I'm going to cool myself down. I need to look more at Sam Neill, look more at Dr. John Hammond here, because Laura Dern all dirtied up. That's stuff. Worker Dern. Once she gets her hand in the dinosaur dung, uh, then I think I might back off a little bit more. I'm going to get my 21-year-old daughter rewinding this and making her realize mom jeans were a thing before she was born. Yeah, the mom jeans are a total. It's the weirdest thing for me to come around on because coming up, I remember like 97, 98, and the low rise jeans started coming up, and you started seeing like the Britney Spears type and like again, I was a younger cat. I mean, you're in junior high, so you see like Abercrombie ads and stuff like that, and it's all super low rise. And so I thought all of this mom jean stuff for years was just the craziest thing. But once you see it on enough super hot ladies, then it becomes a whole different vibe. And once it's in your time, it's contemporaneous. You're like, oh, okay, I'm living in the times of the high waisted mom jeans, and these are still equal hotties. You just have to live to accept it and almost learn to appreciate it in a way you never knew you could. It's almost sweeter that way. Sweeter because you neglected it for so long. Sorry, I wasn't talking about your daughter, by the way. All right, now we've got Wayne Knight here. So Wayne Knight is the dude who plays Newman in Seinfeld. That's where most of you probably know old Wayne Knight. or you know him from Space Jam or any other number of things. Now I'm going to Wayne Knight's IMDb because that's too much damn fun. All right, Wayne. All right, then we got Dodson. I forget the actor's name who plays Dodson, who's in the scene. Cameron Thor portrays Lewis Dodgson. Sorry, Dodgson. And Wayne Knight portraying Dennis Nedry right here. All right, 127 roles for Wayne Knight. I know he's looking great. Yeah, Newman. I, I love Seinfeld. I need to go rewatch. It's probably been, man, probably 5, 6, 7 years, maybe even since I've sat down with episodes and rewatched them. But it was on syndication for so long. I love it so much. Oh, another great Wayne Knight role where they really drew it to look like him. Toy Story 2 as Big Al from Al's Toy Barn. So he's a critical character. Do I ever think about doing stand up? Absolutely not. Stand up is extremely difficult, and I would have to write a lot. And I would have to stay up much later at night and go out to places. I've tried once. I did it at TK's Comedy House, which is a lovely establishment. I don't know that it's still is TK's still around. Somebody help me out who lives in that part of town. TK's Comedy Club. It appears to still be in business. Good for them. I did it one time at TK's Comedy Club. Ooh, there's Goldblum dripping with sex appeal and charisma. And it was a soft room. Like I knew everybody there almost. People were laughing. Unfortunately, I did have to do 10 minutes. 10 minutes is effing hard. I would say if I started with 3 minutes and said, hey, let me get 3 minutes down, I would say I'd have no problem saying that in a year, I could probably do 3 minutes confidently in a few rooms. But that does not mean I could do a like go into random rooms in the middle of nowhere and be able to kill. Like I think it takes years and years and years to learn that muscle, to learn how to work in different rooms. So I played in bands for years when I was growing up, and it was kind of the same thing there where you would you would do great in certain cities, and then you would go to like 20 minutes outside of Waco, and for some reason, if you didn't get enough people there that were there for you, you still have the gig, and you have to figure out how to entertain whoever showed up to this comedy club or music club or whatever. And so then you start having to just lean into this bag of tricks that gets weird. And that's where I don't know if I'm deep enough on a comedy side yet. But yeah, it's something I considered like 15 years ago, but it's just such an art form that I didn't study. So it's so tough to be like, yes, I'll do that. Anyway, on to TK's. I'm sorry you didn't get to make it to that event. It was fun. I'll tell you, I'll spoil some of the bit. It was right around when Mitch McConnell was freezing a whole bunch. So I definitely opened the set because again, my stand-up was kind of a punishment for losing, I believe, the first event, or no, winning the first event or something like that in free fall. And then some other people on the station were refusing to engage in the stand-up comedy. So it was more who's actually willing to do this, who's willing to play by the rules of the game that we're engaged upon here. And since it's stand up, I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'm happy to get up on stage and make an ass out of myself. But so it was like a 10-minute punishment. So it definitely started with me doing a bit of hey, I've got a great 10-minute impression of Mitch McConnell I want to show you. And then I told myself I was just going to deadlock and freeze for 2 minutes, but I bet I probably only got 12 to 15 seconds into a dead before just the silence becomes a little overwhelming. Oh, true story just now. Hey, that's the real breaking news right here. Screw Jurassic Park. David Martin here just had an unfortunate sharding experience. I don't know what part of DFW he's in, but if there are any paramedics driving around or any cleaning crews, sanitation crews, any of those big trucks from like Aramark that are doing laundry service and stuff like that, if you could just head over to old David Martin's house, he could use a wipe right there. Laundering service, is what I believe they call it. All right, so Richard Attenborough is who portrays John Hammond. We've now flown everyone in. Sorry, I talked for a little bit there. We've gotten everybody on the island. We got the lawyer. We got Dr. John Hammond. We got Sam Neill, Dr. Alan Grant. We got Laura Dern, Ellie Statler. We got Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum. Whole crew's here. All right, some more general trivia about it. Jurassic Park box office facts because it's a badass box office. Actually, I'll get to that in a little bit. Don't worry about it. Sorry, it popped up on the Amazon. Screw Amazon. Give me more trivia. Steven Spielberg. Yeah, I've already read that one. Okay, so yeah, interest in paleontology did go up after this movie. I had heard and read that before. That like I guess it waned during the atomic era and space age. So obviously kids are like dinosaurs are cool for sure, but also there's space and there's atomic science and that Oppenheimer guy's got some chick just hanging out in a hotel room chair with her boobs out. So I think I'm going to go try to blow up the world. And no offense to Laura Dern, but there's no scene like that in Jurassic Park. But regardless, this did prompt a new wave of interest in paleontology. All right, now we've got the iconic shot here. Ba ba bum, ba bum, ba bum bum, where we get the big old dinosaurs, the long necks. I don't want to call them incorrectly. I don't know if they're brontosauruses, brachiosauruses. I don't know what even exists anymore on the big long neck ones, or if that's an apatosaurus or what have you. But what we've got here is that big first iconic shot where at least Laura Dern and Sam Neill see the first big one. He just says it's a dinosaur. All right. Yeah, here we got John Hammond exiting the vehicle, Goldblum, and the driver. Who's the driver? Who's the first driver on here? Martin Ferrera, BD Wong. No, 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 no. I don't know who the driver is right there. Gerald R. Molan. I'm unfamiliar with Mr. Molan's work. All right, but they haven't seen the big flocks yet. They're about to see all of them. All right, box office. So yeah, this thing was the highest grossing movie for a long time. So oh, the lawyer's very happy they're going to make a lot of money because that's all the lawyers give two shits about is making money. You want to do 10 minutes on lawyers? I certainly can. So, unless you're like a public defender or a social worker, lawyer kind of person or something like that, probably in it for the money. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good career, good solid profession. But I've been charged for inviting someone to a spaghetti dinner. And I didn't know a lawyer was going to charge me for coming to my spaghetti dinner. I just thought I was being nice to a friend of mine who was a lawyer. So lawyers are a-holes who will charge you for everything. I didn't even talk any business with the guy. He wasn't my lawyer. Yeah. I'm so confused. But yes, one time I did invite a lawyer to a spaghetti dinner and received a bill following that. I no longer talk to that attorney. He will not be invited to any future spaghetti dinners. They do move in herds. That's right. We just got to that section. So yeah, you nailed it right there. Just as David Martin hit that there, we are at the 22:39 mark. Exactly. How public defenders mostly suck. They're in on it with the DA. I don't disagree there. That'll also show my naivete about how the public legal defense system works. I'm sure they are probably highly incentivized to just get information out of their clients more so than do everything they can to exonerate and exhaust every resource the state has to exonerate people. So I certainly would not doubt that. Not a I've I've met Burkett's more than Frankel's actually. That's yeah, Frankel's outstanding humans, some of the best around. I've only met one of the Frankels. I've run into Burkett way more times. Old Gene Burkett, lovely human, one of the best humans around. Love old Gene Burkett. But the Frankels, I don't run into them as much, so they're not front of my mind right now. Okay, there goes Goldblum racing up the stairs. What a beast, by the way, in the hot. Yeah, Frank. Hey, it's me, Frank Frankel. Frank Frankel's always trying to take stuff off the rails, man. He's trying to get you to do blow at a strip club. That's where he's closing deals. It's the kind of deals he's looking to close, at least. All right, so Goldblum wearing all black had to be hot as hell, not just from like a sex appeal standpoint, but just from a general temperature standpoint as well? Okay, so yeah, Steven Spielberg and Michael Crichton first met over 2 decades before this movie when Spielberg gave Crichton a tour of Universal Studios during the production of The Andromeda Strain. Okay, so The Andromeda Strain must have been adapted into a film previously. So, okay, that's in Crichton had likely already worked there. That again, my foolishness, my ignorance on the adaptations of Michael Crichton prior to Jurassic Park. I apologize. What else we got here for trivia? I don't care about who this guy was, or sorry, who this guy was modeled after. We're at 22 minutes here. Or sorry, we're at 24:47. Okay, some of the sounds that they make with the Brachiosaurus were a combination of whale and donkeys. Whale and donkey sounds like a good hot hookup session. I've been to the donkey show. The whale show seems like it's going to be a little more tricky at SeaWorld, but I have heard this lady who likes satisfying dolphins. I think one of the dolphins' names was Peter, and sometimes it's just easier if she can relieve him. That way they can get on with their training and stuff like that. Because sometimes he gets a little horned up, so she finds it just best if she just go ahead and takes up Peter. I have not seen the Andromeda Strain. I feel like I've heard about that one. Now I got to look it all up. I'm bad. So Spielberg is the Andromeda Strain as well. I'd imagine if they met together, at least he must have produced it. 71. How have I missed that one? No, Robert Wise directed it. Yeah, I guess Spielberg must have at least worked on it, produced it, or something. But 71's even early for Spielberg. Good gravy. Okay, so yeah, Robert Wise, of course. Sound of Music, West Side Story, original Star Trek, the motion picture. He is now dead, died in '05. Yeah. Dino DNA. I love the Texas Country Mosquito cartoon. If we looked at screens like these for 8 second a day for I'm sorry, I can't read it. It'd take 2 years to look at an entire DNA strand. Uh, I just like that they made them all country and redneck, the little cartoon that has to describe dinosaurs, because it just makes it go down easier. It's like a theme park. So yeah, Robert Wise, who directed the Andromeda Strain, first started directing in 1942. My goodness. I mean, that makes sense. So he'd been in the game for 30 years by the time he got to the Andromeda Strain. He was up and rocking. And then Andromeda Strain, yeah, right towards the end, he worked pretty consistently through 79 with yeah, Andromeda Strain in 71, Two People in 73, The Hindenburg in 75, Audrey Rose in 77, Star Trek in 79. Then he takes a 10-year gap on directing, comes back with Rooftops. Man, who came back with him for Rooftops? Who's in that thing? So Rooftops stars Jason Gedrick, Troy Byer, and Eddie Velez. Oy. Then he came back for A Storm in Summer, a TV movie. So yeah, I mean, he was effectively done after 79. I'll have to go look up what happened to old Robert Wise. What a beast. Um Hindenburg was good. Uh it's his payment for bailing on Freefall too. I didn't bail. It was a weird situation. I can't get into it. But if people aren't willing to play by the rules of the game, then somebody has to step up, or sorry, has to step up. So that's essentially how it went down. Don't worry, Rodeo. You're all good, buddy. Thanks for joining in. All right. So, what other weird trivia we got here? All right. I don't care about the continuity stuff as much. All right. So, we do get BD Wong in here. I think BD Wong's the only dude. I don't see that in the trivia right here, but I think he's the one who's been in the most of these movies. Where, like, even after old Dr. John Hammond's gone and Attenborough's not in the picture anymore, BD Wong, the scientist, always there, handling hybrids, hanging out. He might even be in the most recent one that just came out. Now, I think they are rebooting this thing. I'll look up the reboot in a minute because it's already been rebooted or continued and they just wrapped it up. There's now 6 of these damn things. Again, we're dealing with the 1993 film Jurassic Park here on its 31-year anniversary spectacular. All right, now we got this weird dinosaur coming out of the egg again. That's right. Um, so this is the I'm pretty sure this is a raptor, yes, coming out of the egg. It's gonna freak old Alan Grant out. They imprint on the first creature they come into contact with. I wouldn't want a velociraptor to think I was its mom. I mean, I would want it to not kill me, but I don't know that I would want it to think I'm its mom, because then wouldn't it want to come like hang out with you and stuff like that? And I don't want to take it to the movies. I don't want to have to take it to daycare or get it one of those stupid Happy Meals, especially if it comes with one of those weird toys that they have like five different versions of, but your kid keeps getting the same version of it because they don't refill your local McDonald's store. So you're like, I know there's five different Spider-Man toys, but we keep getting the same one Spider-Man. We need the four other versions. That's right. This is also another reason I was doing this. I also thought about titling this video Skin Wade has never seen Jurassic Park, so I'm gonna watch it again for the millionth time. So yeah, they got the raptor, they're cleaning it off here. It's under like a heating lamp kind of thing with some other eggs. Yeah, Skin Wade's a real odd bird. And I love him to pieces. Like he's one of my favorite humans on earth. But he missed, and I'm in I it's almost like intentionally missed. And so you'll hear him talk about it in the most innocent way. Like he's just into different types of films. And I bet if he sat down and watched Jurassic Park, he would like it for all the reasons that for all the things that it's trying to do. But he would also tell you, oh, okay, this is a very formulaic movie, even though it was extremely unique or original and groundbreaking at the time. The special effects are massive. He would probably look at it in his lens as, especially without the context from 1993, as a relatively formulaic movie, similar to as a Jaws or any other Spielberg movie that involves monsters of some form. So, and I think he would say, "Hey, that was an incredibly well done popcorn movie," and he would probably appreciate the shots. He would appreciate the acting to a degree. Listen, he clearly got excited. David Martin's kid hasn't seen most movies. He got excited when he found out Samuel L. Jackson was in it, so that's he'll probably be drawn more to like a random character actor that's in it or something like that. But it came at a time in his life where he wasn't into this stuff a ton. So contextually, I don't know that he'll grasp it the same way with the same appreciation, but he would appreciate it as a popcorn movie. He'll talk to you about that, where he's like, that's a big blockbuster popcorn movie. Like he saw Twister in theaters. That doesn't mean he likes Twister. And so he'll kick KT in the pills about Twister all the time. But he did mention to me that he saw Twister in theaters. So he knows kind of what these movies are. And Twister is very similar to Jurassic Park. I'll do Twister soon before the sequel comes up. Twisters. We'll get to that at some point. All right. Shh. Damn, they just fed a bull to a T-Rex, I'm pretty sure. Was that the T-Rex? Or no, it's the raptor pen. They're dropping it in for raptors. That's right. Sorry, I'm rusty. I should all be destroyed. There's Robert Muldoon. He knows more about raptors than anyone. So in the newer films, they basically give that role to Chris Pratt, who is playing the character, I believe, Owen Grady. And he is like a raptor whisperer in the new films. He can like put his hands up. Oh, speaking of hands up, let's just tweak. Let's do a little bit of Goldblum tweaking. And let's see. Let's see if we can beg him. Let's beg him to push them together. Come on. Come on, Goldblum. He's not going to do it for me. He won't make him dance tonight. Maybe later. Stay tuned. Maybe he'll make him dance. I don't know. But yeah, he's like a raptor whisperer. Muldoon seems like he just wants to kill him, but he has a lot of respect for him. Yeah, she had them all attacking the fences when the feeders came. They never attacked the same place twice. They're testing the fences for the weaknesses systematically. So yeah, Muldoon's very impressed with him, but I don't think he's a whisperer in the way Owen Grady is. And I will say that was kind of the start of Chris Pratt being way overexposed. And I enjoy the Jurassic World films. Ooh, they're putting down a good plate of food. I'm getting hungry. So yeah, they have all the finest fixings here at Jurassic Park original. Yeah, there's like some back conference room where he's got the lawyer, Goldblum, Sam Neill, sorry, Alan Grant, Ellie Stadler, Lawyer Dern. Lawyers just talking about prices. 2 grand a day. We can charge 10,000 a day. We can sell merch. And then Hammond, likely this park was not only designed to cater to the super rich. The lawyer suggests a coupon day. That's right. Oh, Give Me an Andromeda Strain was good. Read the book way back too. Okay, nice. I got to check out Andromeda Strain. Is it give me without spoiling? Give me a brief synopsis. Is it a Andromeda Strain? Is it like a space thing, Andromeda, or is it like a virus thing, or is it a mix of both? Tell me a little bit in the synopsis without giving full spoilers for me, but it's fine if you spoil. The movie was released in 1971. It's on me if I haven't seen a movie that's what is that 53 years old. That's probably on me. So I'm reading through my trivia over here. Spoiler warning. All right. I don't care about spoilers. I'm in the movie. Oh, okay. Revealing mistake. When they put that cow down there was an absence of blood on the shredded harness used to hold the cow after it has been fed to the raptors, despite the violence of the feeding scene. What kind of creepos are watching these movies? Virus, secret government thing. How can I get hungry with this background? What are you talking about? It's nothing but pepperonis. I'm about to go eat some pizza after this. Man, I might order a pizza right now. Ooh, yeah. So secret government virus thing, I'm all in on. I'm down with that. I'm down with secret government virus. It didn't sound like a superhero thing. I'll tell you the things I struggle with the most, and this is on me. This is not on the material. I struggle the most with certain superhero movies, especially as of late. I'm not going to label a specific, you know, uh, production house from Marvel or anything else. I'm not going to say that one's better than the other, but they seem to be putting out a lot of garbage. Um, and then like the anything with wizards, I have a really hard time with wizards for some reason, but that's not on the material. That's on me. That material is great. It's on me. I have a hard time getting into wizards. Favorite pizza in DFW? I've never been to Andrew's American Pizza Kitchen. Actually, hold on. Maybe we did a remote from there once. I need to go. Actually, I take it back. I think we crap. I don't know now. I think maybe we did a remote from there and I tried a piece of pizza. That sounds really familiar now. I've had the pizza delivered because it's been up at the station before. So I've had it there and it's good. I love that pizza. It's not close to me. So in Allen, I would say the best pizza is this place called Crazy Tomato. It's pretty damn solid. I'm not going to say it's the best in DFW by any means, though. God, that's a great question. I feel so out of the loop. It's like I'm thinking of places that were around in Dallas 10 years ago. Man, I got nothing good to tell you. I suck right now because I only know places in Allen by me because I have not visited and frequented any place in like a decade that isn't in my direct vicinity. That's tough. So there's probably good downtown. I take it back. What am I talking about? Sparrow. Sparrow is the absolute best pizza in town. Sparrow's is the most wonderful pizza there is. And Andrews is worth the visit. It's not too far from me at all. I need to get over there more. Like I said, I've had the pizza. I feel like we did a remote there once. I'm outside of their delivery zone, but I need to get over there more. But yes, I think Sparrow is a fair response. Oh, hell yeah. Now we got the damn Jeeps. F yeah. Or sorry, Fords. Sorry, they're not Ford or Jeeps. They're Ford Explorers. They look like modern day Jeeps. But no, these Ford Explorers in 1993, these were the shit. And your wife is a chef. My wife doesn't want to go eat pizza. That's the thing. Anytime my wife and I go out somewhere, so my wife is working right now. That's the only reason my ass is on at 7 o'clock at night. It's the only reason I'm able to do a lot of this dumbass stuff I do. Is because yeah, my wife and I work opposite schedules. We are ships passing in the night. She works till midnight. I work early as hell in the morning and then wrap up pretty early in the day. But no, she does not care for pizza a ton. Like she'll eat what I order and stuff like that, but she never goes out for pizza. If you're talking Italian, uh, I mean, there's good Italian in town. Lucia's solid Italian. Oh, I mean, so Sabaro was a dick answer. Sabaro is the best answer. What are you talking about? Sabaro is a solid pizza. Damn it, where's the closest Sabaro near me? Sabaro. How do I go to Google Maps? Take me to Sabaro, right? Closes soon, 8 p.m. You mean to tell me I can't go get an original New York slice tonight? Fuck. I need to go get a New York slice. And the only New York slice is Sabaro. Eddie's Napoli and Frisco's is good Italian. Yeah, y'all drop your favorite ones in here. That's the thing. That's more informative. I'm only one man. I'm only one man in Allen, Texas. Go to the closest mall. Yeah, let's see here. It looks like Stonebriar Mall, Town East Mall, Galleria Mall, Grapevine Mills Mall. Where are the standalone Sparrow locations? Oh, yeah, New York Pizza and Pints and the Allen Outlets. I haven't been to the Allen Outlets in a while. Something happened that scared me off. I need to get back, but I'm also a scaredy cat. So I need to get back there. Alfano's in Illinois. If they deliver to me, I will tip them $1 million. Ooh, New York Pizza Pasta in Valley Ranch. I love places just named New York Pizza Pasta. Aren't they only in malls, David Martin? I think there's like I think there are 3 or 4 standalone still, but yes, predominantly they're only in malls. How many standalone Sparrows are there? um, nah, that's gonna give me full locations. Sorry. I listened to something recently that was talking about it. Okay, Sbarro's first 4. No, that's their first 4. Uh, that's it. I feel like maybe they have 3 or 4 that are standalones. Zoli's is pretty damn good. That's a good call. See, I forget about Zoli's. Zoli's is a damn good New York pizza. Listen, anything local. Typically, the locals are doing damn good stuff. There's a Sparrows in Mentor, Ohio. Is there a Protege, Ohio? If there's a Mentor, Ohio, there must be. It would imply that there is at least. I'm not ashamed to admit that I eat Domino's. One of my children even enjoys Papa John's. Pizza Hut, I haven't done in a long, long time. Now, Little Caesars, I have not done in a long, long time either. But God, that 90s crazy bread was legit. And I feel like I've just been chasing the high of a 1990s era crazy bread from Little Caesars that I'll never get back. All right, so they're in the middle of the Jurassic Park tour and it kind of sucks. So that's a fun part about this movie is that when they try to send them on the actual tour, it's real boring and they can't see any dinosaurs. So it's a real letdown tour. And it's like on a little guided track. Little Caesars now. Yeah, Little Caesars looks like if you look at the top of a Little Caesars pizza now, it looks like dog food. And I don't mean that in a bad way to dogs or to the pizza. I'm just saying I agree. It's far too okay, hold on. Andy's Andy's saying those new pizza muffin things slap. I If you put the word pizza and muffin together, I might be back in now. Hold on. I'm unfamiliar with the pizza muffin concept. That's probably on me. What have I done missing this marketing? Pizza muffin, Little Caesar. Oh, now Nedry's a piece of crap talking about his financial problems. That's always a weird wrinkle in this movie where Wayne Knight is griping about how he's not paid enough in the middle of his job. And so he's just arguing with John Hammond about it. I don't blame people for their mistakes. but I do ask that they pay for them. Thanks, Dad. There's Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, I see the muffins now. Okay, they look like little egg bites. Pocket-sized pizzas? Holy F, they call them pocket-sized pizzas? Newman! That's right, Newman's back in. And he was being such a little ass too. And so, spoiler alert, if you've never seen Jurassic Park, Dennis Nedry, played by Wayne Knight, he's not a good guy. As you saw, he was meeting with Dodgson earlier, and they concocted a plan where I think he's going to shut off some systems and then go take some dino DNA. I can't remember if it's an egg form or if it's already been extracted and it's frozen. I think it's frozen and needs to be kept cool. I think it's embryos or something like that. Hello, Newman. Thank you, Robert. He's so good. Like, I loved Wayne Knight as a kid. Like I said, Space Jam, he's outstanding in. Let me go back to his IMDb. I've still got it up. Like I said, Toy Story 2, I loved him in. JFK, he plays a random guy in that where he's just sitting back there. Isn't he in the Basic Instinct scene? Yeah, Basic Instinct. I think when Sharon Stone's showing full gooch, or full of everything, more than that, full, full beef, full whole thing. WHOLE. I think he was in the room. Barbasol fake can, dino sperm. Yeah, okay, so it was the actual it was the dude stuff. Okay, I got you. The dino sperm stuff. All right. Oh yeah, Newman was definitely in Space Jam. And Newman was the shit in Space Jam. He doesn't do much. He plays Stan Podolak is his character name, but he's there. I remember he made a big impact. He definitely got to wear the jersey, hang out a little bit. Okay, hold on. We got the lawyer here. I'm a vegetarian. Let me go to Tavares real quick while I take a drink.
Morris, right in the butt? What? No. Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the best. All right, so now they're trying to feed this lamb or goat thing to a T-Rex, I'm pretty sure. And that's what I love is that this is the attractions. That this is what John Hammond thought his theme park was going to be is let's drive around in Ford Explorers and put a goat out. And yeah, and then there's Goldblum. Sorry. Eventually you do plan to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? And Goldblum goes up there and flicks the camera. Huh? It's right up in there. It's good directing. I like when you get to go to a little like spy camera shot because it's basically you see like an over the shoulder of Hammond where you get to see his computer screen and then you see Goldblum up into the little like spy cam inside the car. So cool shot. I like that shot. Oh, okay. Now we get where Goldblum is laying on the hardcore moves on Laura Dern here. So, he's yeah, I'm into chaos theory and all that kind of stuff. So he's about to grab her hand. Was I going too fast? Oh, I did a flyby. Hand me that glass of water right there. We'll conduct an experiment real quick. We should be still. The car's bouncing. Okay, that's okay. It's just an example. Put your hand flat like a hieroglyphic, all right? And so let's say a drop of water falls on your hand. Which way will the drop fall off? Which finger? And Ellie says the thumb. Oh, okay. So he drops the drop on there. Oh, it says, "I'll freeze your hand. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move." I'll do the same thing. Start with the same place again. Same place again. Uh, yeah, and Sajak does not want in the butt. That's exactly right. Tavares is asking if that's where we want it. So then, Jeff Goldblum drops another drop of water, and he's holding Laura Dern's hand, and he starts caressing it gently. And at that point, that's where Sam Neill, I think, is free to just go ahead and punch him out. Even though I don't think him and Dern are officially an item right now, I'd imagine they've at least gotten to second base. One time out on a job site, he at least gave a honk. There was a consensual unbuttoning, at least. I mean, I don't know much about Dern, but I would imagine so. So she runs out after him. So Alan Grant has jumped out of the Ford Explorer. Laura Dern jumps after him. Now Jeff Goldblum is all alone in a Ford Explorer that is moving still. Yep, still moving. Okay, Muldoon is upset. He says they needed locking mechanisms on the Ford Explorer. Apparently, nobody decided to put locks on them, probably for the safety in case of a fire or I don't know, like weird dinosaur attack or something. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I think Nedry's about to get into some deep shit. Oh, there's the Barbasol can. Good little push. Okay, no, sorry. It's all foreshadowing. They're just giving you shots to let you know that Nedry's about to get into some stuff here. All right, so the lawyer is now walking off the track. So they're walking way off the tracks. And we got the two kids. So I forgot that I think it's Hammond's granddaughters or something like that. Or sorry, granddaughter and grandson. I believe that's the reason they're there. Maybe. I don't know. But they're good kid actors. The one kid's a perfectly good little shit. And that's what you want. You want a little kid who's just annoying enough to pester a guy, but be likable enough as well. And so this kid does a good job of it. What actor plays this guy? Who plays Timmy here? Let's see. Jurassic Park. That kid go on to do more stuff. Sorry if he did a bunch of stuff. Give me Tim Murphy. Who's the actor that played Tim Murphy? Oh, come on. Just give me. What? That's Joseph Mazzello? What? All right. Take me down. Sorry, I'm bad at IMDbing sometimes. Go to my full cast. Okay. Yeah. That guy's done a bunch of other stuff then. He's still out and about working. Okay. I did not recognize him from way back then. All right. Yeah. He's still out and does stuff. Yeah. He was in the social network and stuff. He played Dustin Moskovitz. I never tracked that that was the same guy. All right. Well, good for him. Yeah. He is a perfectly, he plays it perfectly. I never tracked that that was the same kid all the way through there. Good for him. Yeah. I remember him in The Cure. I remember he was still the kid in The Cure. I missed it. I missed when he grew up. That's my bad. Like I said, he was in Bohemian Rhapsody. He's in American Crime Story recently. Yeah, I mean, dude's still out there working. Like I said, I know the guy's name. Interesting. All right. Well, good for him. Okay, so now they've got a sick dinosaur, and so this is where you see Sam Neill laying all over this Triceratops. And this is where Laura Dern is shining a flashlight in there. What's Laura Dern doing right now? Certainly she's still on stuff. I feel like she's in something big, yes? She's always at award shows right now. What the hell's Laura Dern doing? I know this is great broadcasting. What is Laura Dern doing right now? White Lotus. She was on 2 episodes of that. I know she's in these dumb Jurassic World things. Big Little Lies. That's right. I was like, she's still in the game on something. We need more Dern. We need more Dern vehicles. Second base is like watching Love Actually. I agree. It's tough out there. I mean, I don't know in scientist world. Like in scientist world, do they go full gag ball or do they play it real chaste? Because I don't know. Because I feel like the lab scientist ladies, they get freaky. And I'm basing a lot of that off of what I know about Poison Ivy from the Batman film Batman and Robin. I'm pretty sure she was a lab worker who turned sex vixen. Oh my gosh, Jeff Goldblum is walking right up to this pile of dung like a badass, pulls his sunglasses off. That is one big pile of shit. What an incredible line delivery. And there's Dern, plastic condoms on her arm. She's got arm condoms there, rifling through all that giant dung. Oh, thanks, buddy. I said, don't hang out for this. This is just here. I said, pop in whenever. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Later, cats. Let's go back to David Martin's Newman. Newman's not on screen right now, but he will be here soon enough. Don't underestimate naughty librarians. You will remember to wash your hands before you eat anything is a great Goldblum line after Laura Dern has been rifling through the dinosaur dung for quite some time. Oh, let's look at the code on the screen there. All right, we did go back to Newman for just a moment. So naughty librarians. Man, I haven't met a hot librarian in my life. Where are the hot librarians out there? It's always some old bag. And I mean, no offense, but like I'm yet to see one. I see other attractive teachers, very well put together people that look appealing in those roles in education. Librarian, I haven't found one yet. Oh, the Music Man, Marion the Librarian. Yeah, that chick got down. Damn right, David Martin. There's a hot librarian. That's right. When I was in the Music Man, the musical, I was a member of the quartet. Um, oh, Brazzers. Yeah, Brazzers is full of hot librarians. Okay, so now it started raining. Nedry is caught up. He's begging for 15 minutes because he's stuck in the rain. And the guy says, no promises. I guess there's like a ferry out. There's a boat that's going to leave Jurassic Park. He's got to get that Barbasol can down there. Oh, David Martin was Harold Hill. Oh, snap. This guy was the lead. Anyway, I'm trying to remember the chick who played Marion the Librarian. She was all right. I'm trying to remember which character was the hot. Man, I can't remember all the character names now. It's been too long. I remember the girl, but I can't remember what character she played. We did have a couple smoke shows in that production of Music Man. Good for them. I had a good time. I'll tell you that. That's why I loved being in theater. You might have heard me mention it many times before, but theater was a good time. I encourage all kids to do theater. All right, so there's Nedry telling him that the security systems might go on and off for a little bit because he's going to do the debugging island thing where he basically shuts down every damn thing here and runs his little program. And he's got about a minute for this program to run. And this is where Nedry's now going to make his escape to a degree. So he thinks. He did not anticipate this giant storm coming over. Thinks he's smart. Now we got Goldblum drinking. Oh, he hands Sam Neill some alcohol. Oh, Sam Neill doesn't want any? Apparently Goldblum is married occasionally. That's a good line. You married occasionally. He's always on the lookout for the future ex Mrs. Malcolm. Hell yeah. God. Goldblum must have just been slaying it in 93. Like, what year was Goldblum born? Let's go to Goldblum because, I mean, that's a Jeff Goldblum age. So he's 71 now. He's born in 52. So 93. He's my age. He was 39. Oh. Oh, no, he would have been 41. Sorry. Other way. Sorry. 52, 92, 41. I mean, damn. Look at that beast. He's got this much sex at 41. I got to get to work. I think I can still make it work. Look at all that tweaking. Push them together for me, Goldblum. Push them. Squeeze them together. He's not doing it. He's not pushing them together for me. He did it when y'all weren't looking. I promise. I promise. Okay, so there's the cold Barbasol can. All right. So now Nedry's in here stealing the okay, yeah, so there's the Gallimimus, there's the Tyrannosaurus, there's the Velociraptor. Shirley Jones from the Partridge Family. What'd she do? She hot? Sure. Oh, is that who Jeff Goldblum banged? Yeah, who all did Jeff Goldblum bang? Can I put that into Google? Who did Jeff Goldblum hook up with before he died? That's what autofilled. He's not dead. That's terrible. All right, Jeff Goldblum's wife and relationship history. Hell yeah. Emily Livingston, Marion from Music Man. Yeah, he definitely banged her. He did. All right, Emily Livingston. Oh, man. Canadian Olympic rhythmic gymnast and aerialist. Guys, if you can find a rhythmic gymnast, do it. I can guarantee you that's going to be a good time. And looking at Emily Livingston, Jeff Goldblum probably had a pretty good time in his first or his relationship there. So yeah, that started in 2012. Man. All right. Lydia Hurst. He hooked up with her at about 2010 after the pair met at a fashion event. Okay, there goes Nedry in his badass Jurassic Park jacket. Holy shit. This is my favorite. Ranker's a terrible website, but Lydia Hurst, apparently, who hooked up with Jeff Goldblum in 2010, is a model, actress, and she's number 24 of number 26 on the most famous people who have had kidney stones. So I just want to say thank you to ranker.com for giving me a list of the 26 people who have had kidney stones because we are now going to go look at that. Number one, most famous person who's had kidney stones, Caitlyn Jenner, age 74. Number two, Alfred Hitchcock, dead. William Shatner had kidney stones. Billy Joel, kidney stones. Kiefer Sutherland, he's got the stones. Gene Simmons, stones. Oh my God, there goes Dennis Nedry. He's trying to find his way out. It's so rainy. Oh, he's going to run into a sign. Oh, he spins out. Oh, he crashes right into the sign. Roger Moore, former James Bond, kidney stone. Tim Burton, kidney stones. Burt Reynolds, dead. Kidney stones. Benjamin Franklin might still be alive. We can't confirm that he's dead, but he had kidney stones. And that's the thing. This woman made this list. Lyndon B. Johnson, LBJ, as they call him. Kidney stone man. Rob Schneider, kidney stones. Chuck Palahniuk, kidney stones. David Sedaris, kidney stones. Ava Gardner, kidney stones. Jack London, Bing Crosby, Isaac Newton, Billy Graham, Isaac Asimov, Nick Drake, Carl Pilkington, Karl Rove, Lydia Hearst. Is that her? It's Lydia Hearst who we were looking for. That's right, Lydia Hearst. We made it. We made it to number 24 and the number 26 people who have had kidney stones on ranker.com. Tanya Raymond, Imogen Heap. Now we're going through Jeff Goldblum's bang history again. Nicole Richie. Oh, really? Despite their significant age difference, the pair sparked a connection that blossomed into a brief romance. All right, so now we've got everybody separated here. Shit's getting real, by the way. Just a little hiccup in the power. All the fences are down, which means any dinosaur can go anywhere they effing want. There's no electronic fences on Jurassic Park as of right now. We're in some serious effing danger. This dumb little shit kid Moskovitz over here has got these night vision goggles on that probably cost $3 million. The lawyer's pissed. Nicole Richie. Catherine Reefer. Kristen Davis. Oh, Goldblum got to hook up with Kristen Davis. Good for him. Jeff Goldblum's relationship with Kristen Davis reportedly started in 2002 after they met on the set of their film Igby Goes Down. I don't know who Igby was hanging out with, but all right. The couple was characterized by their low-key romance, enjoying evenings out in New York City and attending the occasional red carpet event. Their relationship slowly faded away. Yeah, Kristen Davis is on Sex and the Shitty. Yeah, that's a funny name that I wish I came up with, but it's not. It's just because I've got a bad mouth. Sex and the City is the show she was on. And yeah, great look. She also oddly plays, I believe, Matthew Broderick's wife in the movie Deck the Halls. And it works out fine. I think she's better. Yeah, I don't know. I think she's better on TV. I liked her in that role. I like her opposite Ferris Bueller. She should do more. She's number 371 on the most beautiful women of all time. So good for her. And she's number 81 on the best Hallmark Channel actresses of all time. All right, so we got night vision goggles. Where's the goat? All right, so the goat has been eaten now. So remember, they set up a goat that had been tied up to a hitching post here so that a T-Rex could eat it, and the T-Rex didn't eat it. Well, now the power's out. Now it's nighttime. Now it's raining. Now there's night vision goggles. Now the kids are alone with a lawyer, and now there's that goat. She was good looking. That's right. Lisa Marie. Good for him, Goldblum. Oh, Goldblum and Laura Dern began their romantic relationship after meeting on the set of the blockbuster film Jurassic Park. A boy, Goldblum. The actors enjoyed a 2-year romance that included attending glamorous events together. Good for Goldblum and good for Dern, honestly. The actors enjoyed yeah, they went, they did The Lost World together. However, they eventually decided to end their relationship in 1997. Bummer. Yep, she's only 57, and he's with Gina Davis before that. Incredible. Kavanaugh would slap that goat. All right, so now the T-Rex is broken out of its pen. This is exactly what everyone's feared. The last thing we needed was for Jeff Goldblum to be right, and that's essentially what he's already doing is gloating. Oh, okay, so now here's Alan Grant saying that its vision is based on movement. I don't know that that's true. I think that's been debunked. Not that anybody could really effing know. Are T-Rex's vision based on movement? I think that's been debunked. No, the Tyrannosaurus Rex likely had vision similar to a bird of prey, such as a hawk. Oh, hawks. Well, hawks do exist. They're not always dive bombing people's heads, but they do have eyes that are similar to what a T Rex's eyes would probably have been like. So, Jurassic Park, you're full of shit. I'm sorry, I just froze. Yeah, apparently it's called binocular vision. I want binocular vision. Does that mean you get to focus in, or does it mean you just like see everywhere? And again, this is just some study. I'm just reading that like it's like back and forth studies where like one guy says it is and one guy says it isn't. So that's the thing. Who could really know? We don't have T Rexes. Alan Grant's the only one who could know because he was with this GDT Rex. Predator didn't see Schwarzenegger in the mud. Damn right he didn't. Great McTiernan film, old Predator. I got to revisit that one too. I don't think I've watched that one in ages. Like, I don't know that I've watched that one in HD. Like, I know I watched it a bunch on TV growing up. I don't know that I've seen Predator in HD. So I really got to go back and revisit that one. All right, now T Rex smashing in the sunroof of this Ford Explorer here. And then for some reason, Goldblum's car is getting all fogged up. Oh, the mud covered the heat signature. That's pretty badass. I do kind of remember that. Schwarzenegger having to cover himself all up with mud. Yeah, Predator can't read that. That's right. All right, so now this T-Rex is smashing the ass out of this Ford Explorer. Goldblum doing nothing, just watching. Dr. Alan Grant here finally starts doing something. I think he goes back, finds a flare gun here. Or no, not a flare gun. It just seems to be a flare, roadside flare of some kind here, while the T-Rex crushes a car. I hope he crushes this little shit kid. I'm sorry, I'm cursing a lot tonight. I'm really sorry. I'm not supposed to do that. All right, hey. Okay, yeah. This is where you know Sam Neill's a badass because he just takes that flare and he actually gives a crap about the kid. So this is essentially where you see some light character growth from Sam Neill. I did breeze over it, but in the beginning, I think he was talking about how he didn't want kids, didn't see a use for having kids or anything like that. So he's got some connection to him. He at least saved their life. All right, after Sam Neill did it, old Alan Grant, at least Goldblum ran out there. He grabbed a flare. Goldblum gets thrown in after the T-Rex destroys the toilet, or sorry, the bathroom. There's a man sitting on the toilet. It is the attorney. The lawyer will be promptly bitten in half. Oh, yeah, he swung back and forth. Rip him apart. Rip him. Rip him. And there's now Timmy. Timmy's all stuck. Timmy's stuck underneath the Ford Explorer here. Said great action set pieces. The dinosaurs. I don't know if you've ever watched any of those like movies that made us or anything like that. But the dinosaurs are kind of a mix of CG and like giant puppets. So the one we're seeing in this scene where you can like actually see its big head, that part is like the big like front part, or at least some of the shots. There are other shots that are not. You can tell that some of it's fully computer right there, or the back half of it's computer. But there are many shots where you can see just like the front of the head there. And I think it kept getting soaked with water during these rain scenes, so it became heavier and heavier and more difficult to move throughout the filming of the production here. Yeah, if you've ever watched any of those things, like this movie did end some people's careers, but it also created a lot of careers. Um, but I think the guy who originally got tasked with building these dinosaurs was going to do a lot of it in like stop motion or some type of claymation kind of thing, or not claymation, but some kind of stop motion type animation thing or rendering to get the dinosaurs to move, basically. So this was before computer graphics for dinosaur movement had been brought in. So they knew they were going to build practical dinosaurs for some set pieces, but the movement specifically was going to be a different type of animation. Okay, sorry, the Ford Explorer just fell. It falls into the tree. Badass. T Rex is pissed. Now we cut back to Samuel L. Jackson, who's got a cigarette in his freaking mouth like a badass. What do you think about Clash of the Titans? Great question. I don't know enough about it. I'm sorry. Not the 81 or the 2010. I was like, I know there's an original. I feel like I saw the original growing up. I don't remember much about it. I did not see the 2010 one. Who did the 2010 one? Looks like it's got a 5.8. Louis Letterer is the director. Sam Worthington, Liam Neeson, and Ralph Fiennes as the stars, though. All right. I'll check out some Clash of Titans action. All right. Perseus, a demigod and the son of Zeus, battles the minions of Hades and the underworld in order to stop them from conquering Olympus and Earth. The clash begins 3/26, 2010. Hold on to your butts. That's right, sports cucks. We are holding on to our butts. We are an hour 10 into this film here. Dennis Nedry has now just blown his Jeep off a ridge and it is crashed. His Jeep has crashed into a tree trunk here. He can no longer move. Dennis Nedry, portrayed by Wayne Knight, is now going to try to traverse down a slippery rock hill. He's gonna try to winch, or yeah, he's gonna try to tie his little like winch thing. Winch this sucker off the thing, and then I tie it to the thing there. Yeah, good luck, Nedry. Oh, so there he goes. And again, Nedry's a bad man. He was mean to people. He was selfish. He said he was in financial problems. He was yelling at his bosses about stuff. He's not a good man, Nedry. But now he's trying to winch his Jeep so he can get it off the ridge here. I know they filmed some of the island exterior or like the island shots in Hawaii. This stuff I think is all sets where they've got rain control right here. I'm pretty sure. So this all looks like just sets. That's a great question. Do all three of the original Jurassic Parks involve a car using a winch? I'm trying to think. There's definitely some hang gliding in one. I know there's that. I'm trying to think about all the cars and all the other ones. T-Rex definitely goes back to like San Diego in one of them or something. I know that. I know there's the San Diego thing or Los Angeles. I think it's San Diego though. So I know that. I don't know about the winches all the time. Okay, so now we get the Dilophosaur. I don't know that the Dilophosaurus actually spits this way. So this is the one that spits the goo at them. Or I take it back. Sorry. I know they spit. I don't know that the spit is venomous or like hurts you. I think it's more just meant to blind you or mess with you, I think. But yep, Nedry's trying to feed this Dilophosaurus a stick. That's not going to work. So apparently the sounds made by the Dilophosaurus were a combination of howler monkeys, hawks, rattlesnakes, and swans. They also used elephant, seal pups, dolphins, and walruses. Walruses is a fun word. I'm glad it's not walry or something like that. Those are always confusing. Oh, but apparently the elephant seal sounds were recorded at the Marine Mammal Center in Sausalito, California. San Diego. It's like a hot tar, more of a binding agent. Yeah, the stuff they spit at you, yeah, it does look like a hot tar. That's right. So I guess it doesn't actually hurt them. It's not poisonous. And yes, David, you nailed it. That's exactly what San Diego stands for. Okay, the park software. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the trivia here. We're at a minute, hour 14. All right. What is this? Dylan McDermott and Tom Sizemore were also screen tested for the role of Dr. Alan Grant. I wouldn't want Dylan McDermott in there. That would be terrible. Okay, so now Nedry's dead. There goes the Barbasol can. Now we get Dr. Alan Grant washing his face out on some streaming water. All right, so now Timmy is stuck in this Ford Explorer that fell in the tree. I really hope he's dead. Even though I've seen this movie, I hope it's like one of those just get rid of the dumb kid halfway through this movie. So the girl is hysterical because the lawyer left them. And that's exactly right. The lawyer, not an honorable man. That's why he died. That's screenwriting. That's how it happens. If you bail on the kids, you're no longer a likable character, which means we get to kill you off. Also, you were a lawyer, which means we automatically get to kill you off. Timmy! Yeah, Timmy! Yeah, I hope Timmy doesn't make it. They're crawling up to get him here. I'm really hoping that for some reason Timmy just takes a terrible plunge and this Ford Explorer goes crushing to the ground or careening to the ground. It just gets crumpled up. Where are Timmy's parents, by the way? Because they're the grandkids of Attenborough, Old Hammond, I think. Help me out, Tavares.
Tavares, right in the butt.
What?
No. Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. All right, so Timmy's upset that he threw up. So Dr. Alan Grant's going to grab his hand here. And now I do feel that's a problem. Now they're making me feel sympathy for this little crap head. God. Tim, I won't tell anyone you threw up. Just give me your hand. Dang it, why are they making me enjoy Tim being in this movie now? He was such a jerk before. That's how these damn Hollywood directors do it. They get you and they twist your emotions and they get you sutured into the film. They make you like it and they make you not like the characters just so they can turn it around the other way and they make you feel things. Lousy Hollywood. Making me feel feelings. I can see Dr. Alan Grant growing. He said he's not going to leave him because that's what the girl said. He left us. He left us. Well, that's not what I'm going to do. Again, he's not their parents. He's their surrogate babysitter dude who didn't even want these kids around. So he's growing. I like it. He's a reluctant parent figure here. All right, down goes the Ford Explorer. Great tension there, crashing against the tree and holding. Now they're going to rush down. Climbing down a tree is hard as shit. Y'all used to climb trees when you were growing up? Gosh, Tim gets it rough throughout the whole Tim movie. Spoiler alert, the electric fencing. Tim does get his ass thrown off the fucking fence. Now that's my favorite scene. I forgot that's coming up. Climbing trees as a kid was a lot of fun. I've never seen my kids climb trees. Maybe it's just because we don't have the type of trees that are good for climbing. Damn, I used to climb a crap ton of trees when I was a kid, and it seems dangerous as hell now. I don't want any part of climbing trees. Apparently, I want a continuity. I don't care about continuity. Jim Carrey was considered for the role of Ian Malcolm from IMDb. I don't trust this Amazon general trivia stuff. The more they tell me these things, I'm like, Jim Carrey in '93 was probably considered for every role under the sun. He was Jim Carrey. I mean, crew or equipment visible. At around hour 18, a stage light is reflected on the hood of the Explorer when it hits the bottom of the tree. Well, I hope somebody got fired for that. All right. Ridiculous. I can't believe a stage light reflected on the hood of the Explorer at the end of a scene. How dare they? Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, so yeah, Ian Malcolm, old Jeff Goldblum, he's been knocked out. I'm amazed Laura Dern is not just going down on him right now. She seems like she's super into him because again, he's shirt off already. Uh, like Goldblum spends like the rest of this movie, I think, just chest out. Oh, you can see him right there. There he is. There's him right there. There he is. There's him. There's his nip. Woo! He loves it when you tweak him. He's a tweaker guy. He likes it. You can get up at his ears a little bit too. He likes when you like get in his ear, the wet willy a little bit. He likes the wet willy. You saw Tiny Tim at DFW Airport once? Hell yeah. Badass. I said, did you see him in the 90s when he was Tiny Tim or was he old? Because I didn't even track that the actor was the same guy that was in Social Network who played Moskowitz. I've watched that movie a few times. I was like, oh yeah, I know that actor, but never tracked that it was the same kid. Bummer. Yeah, I've seen some random famous people at DFW Airport, but not Tiny Tim. Okay, so now we get the T-Rex footprint. Hell yeah. Now we're getting the water rumbling. Impact tremor. Boom. Fairly alarmed here. Oh, what a badass scene. So Goldblum's rushing everybody back to the Jeep. Goldblum gets to hang out like a badass in the back of the Jeep, laying down, kind of like he is here. And now you get the full T-Rex pulled into view here. It was the role of a lifetime. Tiptoe through the tulips. Tiny Tim, the ukulele player. I thought you were talking about Tiny Tim from A Muppet Christmas Carol. That's the only Tiny Tim I know is poor little Bob Cratchit, Muppet Kermit. He's out there. He's just trying to provide for his family. He's working on Christmas Eve. He doesn't want to. He wishes that Ebenezer Scrooge would give everyone the day off, but he won't. But on Christmas Day, he gets the day off. Tiny Tim, though, he's not feeling too well. And I think in one of the timelines, I think Tiny Tim dies in the future. I think they have to go see Tiny Tim's. I think they have to see his headstone. I think his tombstone is there. Speaking of Tombstone and Val Kilmer, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what happens. Tiny Tim's not well in the future. And yes, David, that is the best version of A Christmas Carol ever. It's also what I contend is Michael Caine's finest work ever. I know he was good in the Batman films. I know he's got a long career prior to all that stuff and Get Carter and a great 70s career as well. However, he's Ebenezer effing Scrooge. Nobody else is Ebenezer Scrooge to me other than Michael Caine. It is the role of a lifetime. It truly is. All right, now everybody's climbing up in a big tree. They're getting some sleep up here. I can't recall what happens in this particular scene. I think they're getting sleep. Oh yeah, they're just looking at stuff. Yeah, look at the Brontosaurus. I mean Brachiosaurus. Yeah, they changed the name at some point. I can't go to Tavares again, but I got to take a sip of something. Let's see here. What else do I have other than Tavares? Yep. Now, nothing like that's going to occur here because we have Alan Grant and these two kids that he's protecting. This is a very, very lovely scene where he's demonstrating some of his knowledge of paleontology, like dino calls. He's doing like a weird, and then you see a bunch of dinos stick their heads up and stuff like that. So that's badass. They just do what they do. That's it. Everything about this movie is absurd. It's a blockbuster. So I think we were talking about that a little bit earlier, the box office. So it grossed over $914 million worldwide in its original theatrical run. It's probably made far more than that, or not far more than that, but it's made way more now on DVDs, re-releases, remastered versions, 3D versions that go out into theaters again. So they do, different runs every time a new anniversary comes up. But it surpassed Spielberg's own E.T. to become the highest grossing film of all time until the release of Titanic in 1997. Just sneezes its long neck goo all over poor girl's face. It's tough out there. It is tough. Muppet Treasure Island was good too. Long neck goo. Definitely sounds like a ZZ Top song. Shit, I don't know that I saw Muppet Treasure Island. Like, I know I saw that VHS cover 1,000 times growing up. I don't know that I ever popped on Muppet Treasure Island now that I think about it. So I would imagine it's the same story as Treasure Island, but with Muppets. So I'm already in. Which one's Treasure Island? Is that Blackbeard? Bluebeard? Man, I don't want to cuss again. Treasure Island Pirate. Damn it, I don't know. Long John Silver? Is that Tube Snake Boogie? Is that the name of the pirate? I like Tube Snake Boogie as a pirate. I think that would be good. Yeah, I'm going to say that's who it is. I'm going to say the characters in Treasure Island are Tube Snake Boogie and Long John Silver. That sounds good to me. Yeah, Muppets in Manhattan is damn solid. I love Muppets in Manhattan. It's a Christmas Carol, Christmas Carol's more seasonal, so I think I prefer that more from a nostalgia standpoint. But in Manhattan, I think is probably the best all around Muppets film. It's pretty damn good. Take Manhattan, like a random Aerosmith lyric. It's Tube Snake Boogie. Every lyric in Ragdoll, I feel like, is a random Aerosmith lyric. Ragdoll lyrics, Aerosmith. And I know that's pretty straightforward. It's just about a dude picking up a girl from a house. But yeah, Hot Tramp, Daddy's Little Cutie, Hot Time, Get It While It's Easy, Tube Snake Boogie. Oh gosh, what else we got here? Old Tin Lizzy, do it till you're dizzy. Give it all you got until the Tube Snake Boogie. Something like that. Speak easy on the grapevine. Keep shuffling the shoe shine. It's all absurd. All right. Now we're getting down to the somber part where Dr. John Hammond is realizing maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Maybe the fact that we've already killed our lawyer means we're going to get our asses handed to us in court now. So the best thing for John Hammond might just be to do like one of those weird assisted suicide things like Denmark. He might not just need to get on a plane, go over to the Netherlands or whatever, and just let her ride. I think that's the noble thing to do once you've created a dinosaur park that's filled with evil dinosaurs that have attacked and killed humans. I think it's the only thing to do. Because it's tough. Because all the dinosaur people, and you'll see this in the future movies, they have no problem with dinosaurs because dinosaurs are just dinosaurs. They were created. They're not doing anything wrong. They're just dinosaurs. The person who did something wrong is the guy who brought effing dinosaurs back into the damn world. Said, hey, diddy, won't you whip me? Okay. Exactly. I appreciate the the censorship. Sometimes I don't read them. I'll just pop on the newest comment to the screen. There's no dump button here. There's no censorship on my end. I applaud no censorship. Yes, you are in the middle of Jurassic Park. I apologize if you're joining and wondering what the hell you're doing here. We are 1 hour and 28 minutes into the film Jurassic Park right now. Dr. John Hammond, or sorry, he's not a doctor. Old guy who wears white all the time, played by Richard Attenborough. He's very regretful. Laura Dern is crying. They don't know where the dude and the kids are. Maybe they think they're dead. I think they're eating some ice cream. Yeah, they're eating a lot of ice cream. He spared no expense, is what he said. Even though Nedry was griping about his pay. Seems like Nedry probably would have griped no matter what, though. Okay, so yeah. Now everybody's sleeping up in this tree. Sorry, everybody. The two kids and old Alan Grant. Yep, big dinosaur wakes him up. That freaked me the hell out. So that's definitely like a robotic dinosaur head. So yeah, like some of these dinosaurs, you can tell you like that's not a computer graphic. That's like an old school 1990s big puppet dinosaur head. That's just a giant mechanical robot head, or like a head that people are controlling with sticks on either side to move it in and out. Let's put Take Manhattan back up there. Just a random star, Take Manhattan. I think that's intriguing. I think I star Take Manhattan lets people know that we're getting into some weird stuff here. Because you don't know what that star is. It could be Debbie does Manhattan, but you're like, oh, is it Tanya takes Manhattan? Who is Manhattan? I'd like to meet him. So that's the thing. I like that star. I think it adds a little bit of intrigue to the broadcast. I appreciate it. So let's just keep that up right there. All right, so now they're going to touch this dinosaur or try to at least. At this point, I'd have no interest in touching dinosaurs. I would just be trying to get back home because they're on some weird island and stuff, right? Okay, there goes the sneeze goo. There went all the goo. God bless you. Yeah, all right, okay. Said so much random trivia that I don't know is true. Okay. I do know this one's true. I have heard this one before that all of the merchandise shown in the movie was in some part created to be sold with the movie. So like when they go through the main area and you see any like background merch and t-shirts, and obviously you know this now, they pump out every freaking version of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World stuff and Camp Cretaceous and Cretaceous World and Jurassic World Lego and Lego Jurassic Park and all kinds of crap. There's a bajillion versions of everything. So doesn't surprise me at all that everything in the movie was meant to be merchandised. God, there's so much bad trivia that I don't want to read. Okay. This is a weird bit. It was while supervising post production on this movie that George Lucas decided that technology was good enough to begin work on the Star Wars prequels. Appropriately, Samuel L. Jackson was able to appear in those movies as well. That's the trivia you gave me? I mean, that's fine. I mean, maybe at some point in time, George Lucas made that comment. I don't know that that had. Oh, we're at the scene, so we are on this scene. If you're looking at my background, I can tweak them in both spots. I'm tweaking them on my screen over here, and I'm tweaking them behind me. I'm going to tweak those nips. Oh, and he's gone now. But yeah, Laura Dern must want to jump this dude's bones. Oh, and she's got glasses on now too. She's done a few costume changes. Okay, they're going to shut down the MFN system. That's all they can do. Dennis Nedry. Yeah, it's tough. I said Samuel L. Jackson is disheveled. His tie is completely undone. It seems like he's been smoking cigarettes for 24 hours straight. I love that Muldoon is in here. I always forget Safari Man Muldoon gets to hang out in the computer central area. So there's a lysine contingency. The animals can't manufacture it. Unless they're supplied with lysine by us, they slip into a coma and die. So there's a lysine contingency. So they're going to shut down the system. Robert Weir Dern was the looker. Yeah, I'm having to contain myself to not just go look up Laura Dern pics all night. Because yes, Laura Dern was indeed a looker. 57, still got it going. But yeah, she's looking great in this scene right now. Oh, is there a fake arm prop when Samuel L. Jackson gets killed? I got to keep an eye out for this. All right, they're shutting down the system. God, that cigarette ash is incredible. Because Samuel L. Jackson isn't a full star right now in 93. He's a big star. He's up and coming. But I don't think he's done I said, this is, I think, the same year as Pulp Fiction, a couple years before Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yeah, Pulp Fiction's not till 94. So this precedes him co-starring and co-leading in that one. So he's been around by 93. 3 minutes, I'll have power back on in the entire park. Mr. Arnold just has to go, I think, flip a switch somewhere. He's got to leave. Whatever he has to do, he's got to leave for 3 minutes. Sorry, I was looking around. All right, here comes. I believe these are Gallimimus or Gallimimuses. Gallimimus. Yeah, so the scene where Grant, Tim, and Lex meet the herd of Gallimimuses was scheduled to be the last scene shot in Kauai. When Hurricane Iniki hit, filming for this scene had to be postponed. Production returned to California, and then a few weeks later, everyone flew back to Hawaii, but had to go film in a different location on the Hawaiian Islands. All right. Bong with a thing, that orangutan, biggie titties, as the biggie said, dump truck, the Wookiee. When you get to that part, it looks like the wooden prosthetic on there is for the golf coach and Happy Gilmore. Oh, man. R.I.P. Carl Weathers. I'm sorry, my mic cut out. R.I.P. Carl Weathers. I hate that he's not going to be in Happy Gilmore 2. That is a bummer. Yeah, they should have kept a cigarette hanging in between. Man, you should have been on the art department that day because that is a nice touch. If you get your arm cut off, there should have been a little tiny insert shot where you see the cigarette in the dead severed arm. Oh, that's a beautiful touch. That really is nice. All right, so I think the T-Rex just came and ate a Gallimimus. Yeah, still lit, and the ash is even longer. Exactly. Like, that's a badass scene. If you're smoking a cigarette and then a dinosaur rips your arm off, and then they cut to a shot of the arm with the cigarette still lit and the ash is long, badass. I said, that's a money shot right there. All right, Muldoon has his vest on now. I feel like Muldoon hasn't been vested up the whole time. Okay, now it looks like they're trying to throw clothes on top of Goldblum. It seems like everybody's getting a little intimidated by how many nips are out. It's pretty nip heavy over here, as you can see. We've got a heavy got a low pressure system of nips coming right in here towards the Lake Ray Hubbard region. So if you get into this Rockwall Lake Ray Hubbard region, you're going to get covered in nips. Over here in the Fort Worth region, you're still all clear. But if you get right behind me here in the dead center, right in the middle of Dallas there, you might get some peen. I'm just going to let you know there. It is heavy peen in the DF dub right behind me there. But Rockwall, you're going to be okay. Heavy nips. It's real thigh heavy over here in Fort Worth. It's to take away from the ear, Steve, like cleavage on a butterface. Oh, okay. I understand. I get it. I do get it because I've got bad ears, I got bad teeth, I got all kinds of stuff. That's why I try to get the hair going, get anything else to distract away from it. So I keep a giant mic in front of. If I could get the mic in front of my whole face, I could, or I would love it. Because that's why I got into radio, so you didn't have to see my face. Now people are seeing my faces. It's no good. All right, Muldoon's got his giant gun and his vest. Oh yeah, Royce City Nips. That should be the name of a roller derby team, the Royce City Nips. Because I would go see them, and you could be sponsored by Cheese Nips. Like, Cheese Nips is a legitimate, reputable brand that said, I know Cheez-Its exist. I want to make the exact same product, but name it Nips. And we should be able to do that with more products. Whatever product you want, just put the name Nips on the back half of it and sell it. And I don't think you're going to have any legal trouble. See the case of Cheese Nips versus the U.S. government, 1994. Cheese Nips. The clever girl scene is a chef's kiss. Yeah, we're just about there on the clever girl because, yeah, he's about to get hunted. And is he only getting hunted by one or is he getting hunted by multiples? I think it is maybe just the one. Because they're definitely pack hunters. Beef Nips. Yeah, Muldoon's intense. That's it. Yeah, because he knows they're being hunted in the bushes straight ahead. Pack of three. That's what I thought. I thought it was a pack. Uh-oh. Hold on. Robert's got a real life story here. Real life story. I just called 911 because I put my phone in a cup holder while brushing my dog. This is kind of like audiobooks. You might be the next George Plimpton. Yes, that is the point. I want you to multitask on these things. Like, I hope YouTube makes it easier to just close out the tab and just listen to whatever the hell I'm doing here. Because I don't want people looking at my face. I'm barely working the camera. Like, I think I'm supposed to keep my eyes open and like look at the camera and stuff or like emote. I'm so bad at that. I'm either watching the movie or I'm looking at these screens or I just kind of squint because you got to have like these dumb ring lights on. I'm not used to like looking into light. So I squint a lot. That's just what I do. I'm not used to being camera ready, being straight up, putting stuff underneath my eyes and stuff like that. I'm not used to it. I'm not good at it. All right. What do we got here now? So yeah, electric fence time. So we're about to see where Tim gets his ass thrown off this 10,000-volt fence. It's going to be badass. I'm already ready. The alpha female tricks him. Damn, is it an alpha female? Alpha females can trick me too, man. It's a bummer. I actually like your stream because it plays in the background without the 1,000-month YouTube premium. Agreed. As it, you'd be amazed. I listen to the radio a lot. I don't like watching a lot of stuff for the same reason I kind of just mentioned. I'm typically looking at screens or working on something already. So, like you mentioned, brushing a dog, cleaning the house, taking care of kids, running out somewhere. I don't like watching stuff, but I have watched stuff a bunch. So I do like listening to things about stuff that I kind of already know visually, like these types of movies, very movies that were formative, movies that I've just seen enough times where I kind of know the beats of them. So these are fun to listen to. I've listened to several Jurassic Park pods or watch alongs and stuff. And there's some good commentary pods out there. I grew up doing this, or I say grew up. I was like 17, 18. Man, the Simpsons DVD commentaries with their writers, that's probably what got me into this. You'll get some weird inside baseball backstory stuff. That's probably where I first started thinking about what a cool approach to just watch something and be able to talk to the people who made it. But then you really got to hear those guys riff on something that was creative that they did together versus just like a news story. And so when anytime like Skin and Danny would do those kind of like song making of things, like I absolutely adore that kind of stuff. So I have listened to a few Jurassic Park podcasts. Like anytime people who legitimately worked on the film are willing to talk about it, I'll listen. And then I'll typically listen to people who are just willing to riff on it too, because I like a lot of these movies. They're fun. All right, so now we got Tim climbing over this giant ass fence along with the other two. All right, and we're cross cutting. So we got a lot of tension building at once here. So we've got Dr. Hammond walking through the instructions to flip the main switch with Laura Dern on the walkie talkie here, while Sam Neill is, Sam Neill's with the kids. They're climbing over the fence. Hammond and Goldblum are in another area. They're trying to get the power back on. So they're walking them through. We've got a button push. Always tense. Got to push the button. No problem, sports cucks. Get out of here. Catch up on the rest anytime. All right, so now there's a big alarm sounding. Ah! Ah! Alarms! Alarms! I don't have an alarm. Let's go with this for my alarm. That's my alarm. All right, so now they're putting on all the buttons here. It's getting intense. Yeah, Laura Dern's going down. I love the big old school buttons too, because nowadays it's all going to be a digital touch screen. Back then, it still looked like it was stuff from like 2001: A Space Odyssey, where it's like an entire wall full of manual push buttons just to turn off each individual fence, and it's like the entire thing turns red when you push it or turns green. So I love the big operating boards that existed back in the 90s and 80s. Oh, and there's a little door. You got to flip a little door in order to push it. Oh, and there goes Tim. Man, that kid must have gone 15 feet back. That jolt of electricity right there. That's a badass fly. Get it, Tim. Catch Air Jordan that shit. Way to go, Tim. Ah! Sorry, jump scare. So Laura Dern just said, Mr. Hammond, I think we're back in business. And then right then, a dinosaur stuck its head through the wall, through some pipes. I'm pretty sure that was a raptor. Is Muldoon already dead, by the way? Did I miss Muldoon dying? Oh, no, there's the fake arm. Oh, there's Samuel L. Jackson's fake arm. There it is. No cigarette in hand. I forgot it had been that long. So that would have been even more epic. If it is that, where it's not like you see the death and then the arm is just like laying over to the side. If it has been like 5 minutes and then somebody else finds the arm, oh, that would be a chef's kiss. If the cigarette is still on fire and lit and there's ash and there's a little wisp of smoke, oh, that would have been it. Okay, no, Muldoon's still alive. He's still getting hunted. So I was gonna say, I was like, I know Laura Dern's alone, but did I miss the Muldoon death hunting already? So no. I said we got tension everywhere. We're cross-cutting between trying to get the power on. Sam Neill and the kids are trying to get back to everyone else. Muldoon's out here getting hunted by a couple velociraptors. That's lots of tension here. There's a reason this screenplay worked. There's a reason this thing made a crap ton of money. This thing famously also, I mean, not that it specifically did it, but this thing really hurt Last Action Hero. So if you're familiar with the film Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that was his first. Yeah, Timmy takes a cig out of the arm and takes a puff. That would have been badass. Exactly. These are the kinds of things that need to be written. If a cigarette exists, X character would take it and take a puff out of it. Absolutely. This is screenwriting 101. You guys are killing it. I was going to say. So Last Action Hero was a film where Schwarzenegger was trying to get cheeky. It's a John McTiernan film. And it was supposed to be a play on like what if a movie character went back into the real world and there's like a weird magic ticket portal thing. And I enjoy the film. I enjoyed it at the time. I had no issue with it. I remember seeing it in theaters. I had no problem with it and liked it as a kid. But it was a flop. I did not realize it was a flop. And in fact, it was rushed out to get put out, I think, the week before Jurassic Park, just so Last Action Hero could try to get one legitimate week before Jurassic Park just kicked its ass up and down for the rest of 1993. So this movie, it was a juggernaut, I'll tell you. But I do know that it hurt Last Action Hero, and Last Action Hero was actually moved up to get ahead of Jurassic Park because people knew it was coming. Oh, and see, that's a nice callback. Great screenwriting right there. Alan Grant, I'll be back. I promise. So these kids have already been abandoned by that shithead lawyer earlier in the movie. And Alan Grant wanted nothing to do with kids in general. So again, we see some character growth here. And now all the kids are back. And yeah, that's right. There's desserts galore. It's pies. There's whole pies, whole desserts. Do you ever feel like desserts look too unrealistic, even in real life? Oh, there's Laura Dern. She's running up to Sam Neill. He sees her. She jumps on him. Hell yeah. Get it. All right. So the kids are eating Jell-O. Kids are eating all this stuff. Anyway, dessert oftentimes looks too unrealistic, even in real life. All the kids are so happy. They're eating their dessert. Timmy's all bloodied and eating a thing of yogurt. Uh-oh. A startling look comes over somebody's face. Oh, girl's face sees it first. Startling look. She sees the shadow. Oh, great work. This is where Spielberg's so good. And this is where it is like Jaws, where they're so good at building that tension and suspense without showing you exactly what you're in danger of immediately. So yeah, Gogurt, man, Gogurt, what an idea. Let's just put stuff in a tube. The more things we have in a tube that you can just squeeze down your gullet, the better. I wish there was like tubed like jerky meat that wasn't chewy so that I could just like inhale liquid jerky meat, like liquid teriyaki jerky meat. All right, so we got the shadow of the velociraptor first. Then it comes over and you get to see its kick-ass little head pop up through that circle window in the kitchen. Oh shit! Then Alan Grant just cocked a gun. You're sure the third one's contained? Yes, unless they figure out how to open doors. Cut to doorknob. Incredible. Tubed jerky would be awesome. Help me out, Tavares.
Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
No. Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's it, Blake. You did it. Do they have thumbs? I don't know that velociraptors have thumbs. Let's just do a quick search. Do velociraptors have thumbs? Just so I'm not spreading, misinformation here. Do velociraptors have thumbs? Okay, raptors opposable fingers. Okay, so it does have some kind of opposable finger, but I don't know that it's necessarily called an opposable thumb. I'd have to do a little more research on it. It looks like there are some scientific articles about this that I'd have to dig into. Huh. And I don't know that it was a velociraptor. It might have been a specific type of raptor. Like, so not every type of raptor had an opposable digit. Interesting. And again, I can't look at like fandom stuff. I said there's plenty of Jurassic Park fandom. It's like, of course they do. It's the only way they could do all this stuff. How else would you explain X, Y, and Z? So there are plenty of fandom sites about dinosaurs and Jurassic Park here that I can't dig into. Pterosaur? Yeah, an article. That's interesting. I guess I'd always thought we're the only ones that have opposable thumbs, right? Like it's us and like chimpanzees or something. Or all right, damn it. What road am I about to go into? We're in the middle of the kitchen and the velociraptors are about to get the kid. What animals have opposable thumbs? I don't even really know what that means. I know it means I can pinch stuff, right? Okay, so the common ancestors of all primates evolved an opposable thumb that helped them grasp branches. As the grasping hand evolved, claws disappeared. Okay, yeah, badass. So they just tricked that dinosaur because it ran into the reflection. So the girl, I forget her name, sorry, hid inside like a little like kitchen container thing, like a little shelving unit or a countertop underneath unit. And yeah, dinosaur ran right into it. Did that knock the dinosaur out? Raccoons. Oh yeah, good call on raccoons. Thumbs can twist knobs. How do birds do their thing by hanging on stuff? I don't know. I don't know how birds grasp. They must just dig their claws into wood all the time, I guess. Um, Weird. Yeah, I mean, because birds definitely do hang upside down. I mean, hell, I've seen humans hang upside down with a knee, and that's not an opposable thumb. Like, as in, like I've seen, people on the monkey bars like hang upside down by their knees and stuff like that. So any foldable section of your body, like a knee, is not a highly evolved thing, I wouldn't think. Weird. So the grasping hand, though. Hmm. Yeah, apparently some marsupials, such as koalas and opossums, also have a form of opposable thumbs. Potentially giant pandas also as well. Intriguing. All right, so all these velociraptors are trying to get in there. Oh, you had to put the dog brush down. I'm glad that word brush is in there. Thank God. Birds are supposed to be evolution dinosaurs. I have heard that a bunch. So my kids got real into dinosaurs. So like over the last 12 years, I have learned at least a little bit more about modern dinosaur theory. And yeah, like it's a lot of bird stuff where, yeah, like dinosaurs might have had feathers. The way their legs might work are very similar to birds. So you had the bird angle I had not considered when I was a kid, or especially not when I was watching Jurassic Park, even though they mentioned it a little bit. But yeah, the more you read about that stuff, you're like, yeah, there is a lot of bird knowledge, I guess. They are very similar. Um, yes. That's right. Yeah. They mentioned it in the front end of this movie. It just didn't track with me as a kid, where I was like, oh, okay, I guess they kind of are like birds. I'm like, all right, they do mention that a bunch. It's when you see them with feathers, you're like, oh, they do. They might have had feathers too, because you just think of them as like scaly Star Trek villains almost, or like the Galaxy Quest villains. All right, so I do love that the girl knows how to work computers, so she got the computer sister back running, or sorry, the computer system, not sister. Freudian slip. God, Laura Dern's all wet and sweaty. Sorry, I'll contain myself. I'm sorry. Mr. Hammond, the phones are working. I mean, Sam Neill's kind of hotter than Jeff Goldblum at the end of this thing just because he's got the kick ass scar on the side of his face. You get a badass scar, that'll help. All right, we hear some gunshots over the phone. Dramatic instrumental music is what my captions have told me is happening. We get people climbing up the ladders. They're going into the vents. Here come the dinos. They knock down the ladders, but that's no match for the old velociraptors because they'll climb up in them damn vents. Vents are scary, man. Have y'all had your vents cleaned out anytime recently? I like know I'm supposed to, but I don't want to pay for it. Sam Neill is James Bond, like good call. Um, yeah, I think I'm supposed to have like my vents cleaned out and stuff as a homeowner. It seems expensive, and I feel like they're going to tell me other stuff's wrong. All right, so the girl almost got knocked down through a ceiling tile. There's a velociraptor. Yeah, like that's a big computer shop, but that looks great. Even though you can see some artifacts from 1993, it still looks incredible. Exactly, David Martin. It's expensive for vent cleaning, right? It's like I feel like I know I need to do it, but God, it seems like such a expense where you're like, I'm gonna get nothing out of this over other than like feeling good that I did it, and those are tough. It seems scammy. That's it. It seems scammy. Exactly. I'm like, I think it's because it's always my wife telling me we need to do it. And I'm like, do we? I'm like, I know there's all kinds of crud in there, but at that point, why don't we just get all new ones? I'm like, I don't want to pay somebody to go up there and spray it all out with stuff because then they're going to tell me there's holes in it and that I could be patching it. And then we're just going to be patching stuff that we just sprayed out. And then some other guy's going to come 2 years later and say you should have gotten all new ones. It all seems scammy to me. I agree. I even looked at Zero Res and they were crazy. I know everywhere's crazy. I'm like, I know I should do it. You're making me feel bad, but I don't. But Facebook Marketplace has scammers about it all the time. Good to know. See, great to know. This is why I'm putting it out there because I don't know. Oh man, that Velociraptor, the way its head just like turns and you get those dead eyes and that Velociraptor like a shark, very Jaws like. All right, we got at least two raptors here at the end. Has one been shot or did we get all three? I think it's all three. No, there's two. One. Oh, there's T Rex. T Rex takes down one raptor. Where's the other one? Are there a full three or are there just two? I feel like there's just two. I haven't been clocking where all my raptors are throughout the film. Yeah, I think we're down to just two. Yeah. That raptor attacks the T Rex. Get your ass out of here. So you got to love that. Every day, our neighborhood has been cleaning and car detailing scams. What's a car detailing scam? Car detailing is at least a legit process. I've seen my car get cleaner. I don't doubt that there aren't scammers that are saying they're going to detail your car and then they don't. But that one, at least I know they're going to do something because you could just tell me you cleaned out my vents, and how the hell would I ever know? Like you could just hang out up in my attic for an hour or two, and then just come back down and be like, "Oh yeah, I almost had to save that thing's life. We really had a tough time up there. There were some major blockages, buddy. You're lucky you called us. Thank God. It's just going to be like $4,000. All right. And we're going to get out of here. Okay. I'm glad you called us. You're lucky. You're safer now because you called us. But how would I ever know? Like, I'm not going to go inspect my effing vents. Why would I go crawl in there and inspect my vents? So, yeah, I think I've convinced myself, and with the help of you all, I don't think I'm ever going to pay for it. I'll just pay to have all new ones, claiming they need clients. Yeah, it's like I've only ever taken my car to get detailed at like a legit place. I can see why it would be nice to have somebody come to you, but there's got to be a more reputable way than marketplace, probably. And you do feel bad for like independent guys that are trying to get up and going, but it's tough when there's scammers out there. It's tough, man. All right, they're off the island. They're in the helicopter. We get the beautiful piano music. Yeah, and they do the variation of the score. All that fun stuff. And Laura Dern, my God. I said Sam Neill looks gorgeous too. And they get that shot of the birds flying out the window. It even says serene instrumental music there. Okay, yeah. See, I can imagine seeing people post the same cold sales pitch would be a bummer. You're like, all right, I can't use any of you now. You've all used the same sales pitch, so now you're all just garbage to me. So I get that. That's a bummer. Vent cleaning, I don't think I'll ever do though. So yeah, movie opened on Friday, June 11th. That's today. 1993 and broke box office records its first weekend with 47 million. Eventually went on. There's credits rolling, directed by Steven Spielberg. There goes our helicopter. Yeah, I said the 7 o'clock show, Jurassic Park, was sold out, and people go, ooh, and the 10 o'clock is sold out. Yeah, so this thing sold like hotcakes when it came out, basically. I remember seeing it, produced by Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy's a beast, too. I know she was involved in Back to the Future and still involved in the Star Wars stuff today because I see her commenting. But, all right, well, shit. That was a lot of fun. It's after 9 o'clock. We did 2 hours there. That was a bunch of fun. Thanks for hanging out. Like I said, it is the 31st anniversary of Jurassic Park. I love that film to pieces. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know what the next film I'll do is. I'll probably do some dumb news story stuff tomorrow sometime midday and try to keep it short for everyone. But for real, thanks for hanging out. And, remember what I always say, go hang out with turtles. Have a good night.